Yes, indeed. And why am I not exposing you to my golden tones? That's not Gravelink. Pudding's a mystery. 7 hours ago, that's kind of a while. And it's kind of a lot of messages waiting for me. 5 messages. Or 4.5. I halfway peeked at this one. Sid Barrett. Well, I was just having a Sid Barrett moment last night without anyone prompting it, as far as I know. Let's see. All in all, okay, good deal. Good deal, Woody, to keep going with that. I mean, to just stick with the lyrics, to not abandon the idea of lyrics. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you another fabulous score for All in All. That we're going to say once again, yes, it's from another brick in the wall. Now, I'm wondering if this is part of the spoken part, insult. Trying to remember if that's part of the spoken part, which would take us closer in a sense if it is. Rebellion, rock opera. Welcome to the Machine, said Barrett. Insanity, addiction, Brahmana. Happy birthday. Happy weekend. How many candles is that? Who's got a birthday? Have a good weekend, everyone. That's worth birthday cake in itself. You're way older than that, Libermana. Okay. Newfangled Folsies. We need to look to see if anyone snuck up on the other side. Oh, I'm late. 13 hours. But I slept well. People are not going to mind me sleeping well. For once. But they did not better Squishy. That is so surprising. Dark insult. I don't think insult is from the spoken part. Or from basically outside the refrain. Or about the body. The repeated body. Now I have to wake up. But there it is. Okay. Insanity and addiction. Sid Barrett, welcome to the machine. Who said that? That's Francis. I think it was drugs. Drugs from the previous round had some pretty quick tie-ins on web searches to Sid Barrett. Rebellion rock opera. We have the strange case of Tommy scoring very high. This is the latest from Jules. Okay, Woody's the favorite now. All in all, an insult. It's the only one sticking to Pink Floyd lyrics. And then I'm thinking, is insult part of at least outside of the main repeated verses? We still haven't gotten from Miss Markey. Miss Markey has to be the favorite over, relative to herself, as a person who has the best chance relative to what their usual chance is. But I have not seen Miss Markey in a while. Really going to repeat Sid Barrett? You did? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I kind of knew that, because I made a comment on it to the effect the first time before I saw Francis's example of it. So, Gerald Scarfe. Yeah. There's, of course, the well-documented reason and why we should think of Grateful as a favorite. But throwing out repeats is a reason not to think, as if we need another one. That would be Grateful. So here we have 5 sets. It looks like it has 9 guesses that are new. But let's go through our process to see if we have any repeats for sure. Says kind of distinct spelling. Welcome. Now give it to the person who doesn't abandon Pink Floyd lyrics, particularly if we're expanding on it. Picking up from somewhere else. There were certain teachers who would, was it insult the children any way they could? Or it was hurt the children any way they could. I don't think it was the word insult was in that part of it. none of the chosen lyrics have come from that section of the song. None of them. No one's guesses come from the from outside the repetitive part. No one's guesses has come from the spoken part. Okay, so then we have that, and no one's guesses has come from the longer version of the song. So, and that really might be key. 12,400. Okay. One reason it could be Miss Markey that I don't think I've gone over with you yet, is that when a mystery is food related or does show signs of being food related, I think Miss Markey is the fastest to start riffing off of or riffing on desserts. She's thinking, oh, here, this dessert is yummy and that dessert is yummy, and I love, hanging out, talking about yummy desserts. I mean, Grayfink is a famous foodie, but I think he'll take food in all dimensions. Whereas Smarky has a sweet tooth. These are, in addition to my book, this game is also brought to you by Quaker's gluten-free popped Rice Crisps and by Top Ramen, with a manufacturer of some sort, one is sure. And let's see now. We have Insanity. Yeah, we have Insanity. Yes, we do. And this game is a prime example of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attach everybody's guess, Pink Floyd, as if it is part of their guess. That's what I've been doing ever since they guessed the modifier Pink Floyd. It's a two-part thing that I'm looking up. But the Pink Floyd part has been transferred from as being part of my mystery to as being part of their guess. I think that's really the proper way to score things at this point, when they know that part of it. So yes, we don't need the second Pink Floyd. We're only going to copy this little part now at this stage of the game. So we have 39,300 that involve when Insanity intersects with Pink Floyd. Did I never properly hit enter? 494. And I've been exposed to this very, very interesting cover and a little bit disturbing cover for a long time lately. Often. Being exposed to that often. Addiction. $16.4 million. .114. $1.71 thousand. Trying to figure out, what does that mean? Sid Barrett. 0.186. Oh, wait, excuse me. No, that's not the way I do it. Nice preview, I guess. Okay, 0.186. 0.122, highly associated. 0.122. Yep, Sid Barrett takes over from Addiction when Pete Floyd's added in. 1.41 thousand. My impression before I did this Pink Floyd stuff, Sid Barrett stuff, was that he was a more prominent member of the band than in the history of the band than he actually was. I guess he's got a shadow influencing a number of songs. The shadow's influencing a number of songs, including Wish You Were Here. But he only participated in a tiny bit, and wasn't really present when Pink Floyd matured, when they peaked. Welcome to the Machine, 6,400. We added Pink Floyd. What happens to that? $22,600. $511. What does that mean? 511. It feels like quite a good one. Rebellion. And of course, I could be looking up. Hitting the enter key is kind of wasting a step. But I have just this general curiosity about guesses before and after Pink Floyd is. Guesses before and after Pink Floyd. 43,200. $660. Kind of a good number in its way. $14,500. So rock opera is not necessarily. It stands as a rock opera even before it's put on stage. 112. Not especially. Now, a person who returns to specific lyrics, even if it's not eligible, someone who returns to specific lyrics from Another Brick in the Wall. There's a lot of all in alls. 19,800. Okay. 10,000, 19,800, 716. Good healthy number. Could it be a best? Could we get just really silly? What we need to do right now, actually, is knock out. We need to find something that knocks out drugs. Because drugs made the best. I don't want to see anything except Brick and Wall lyrics and qualified best. Now comes insult. I don't think that's a specific word from it. So here's a batch of 9 that only has one specific word, or one specific, it's not even a word, of course, that is based on the words in Another Brick in the Wall. 1 out of 9. So we're like a 3 out of 24. Let me see. Because this makes it 4 out of 33, as stacked as the list is now. Okay, insult. $7,800. $184. And Gerald Scarfe. What's this about? Cartoonist, illustrator, British cartoons. Okay, there's probably some kind of tie-in. $20,500. Yeah, that's rather large. Animated. 8,070. $8,070. That'd be like this, right? Yeah, okay. And 482 is a heck of a number. That's a heck of a number. 59. Is it the best number we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's the best number we have here. Holy crud bucket. Is that real? All in all does not meet percentage. It does not beat. Oh, Gerald Scarfe is better? Gerald Scarfe is better? Really? What's going on? Oh, I had some kind of purpose for. Here we go, my phone. I'm in this strange place right now. No, we're fine. We're fine. What am I talking about? When I play back my screencasts, I can't see the time. The time on my screen, the time that shows on the screen is the time when the screencast was happening, and not the current time. But we're not in playback mode. We're in recording mode. We're just fine. I can look at the clock and tell me the correct time. But Gerald Scarfe, why is this so high? The wall, Scarfe. Well, there's these dot, dots, dots. They all got these dot, dot, dots. So I kind of want to do this all over again. Come on, guys. Gerald Scarfe. One of them were highly tied in with Pink Floyd. 8,070. You put pudding in there. Excuse me. And that's the truth. Oh, this is kind of... I guess if they play outside the lyrics enough, they can find things. Well, all right. We can find out, among other things, if Greyflake discovered the repeat and it's going to change it. Nope. Well, all in all, might have been a brief best before Scarfe got in. So it's actually possible to go higher. Very striking. We found that out last round with drugs. 135, yeah. It was possible to crash the elites without any kind of reference to another brick in the wall. Or the Who in particular. You could go to the top without a term that was, or towards the top without a term that was even Who related. At base. Wow. It's in the overalls. This guy with 20,000 hits is in the overalls. That's pretty insane. Okay, we're really doing it. All in all, is the one that has the more shares. So actually, they're not competing in the qualified best, in the battle for qualified best. Oh yes, I mentioned do. Because of the tie at the top, I like to start this out off with earliest guess number. Or earliest guess, same thing. So what am I doing here? Shares rank. That puts Pink Floyd ahead of Pink. I think that's how the world should go. So it's higher than percentage than all in all. Is not actually competing in the qualified best. My hope is that all in all will make it and Scarfe will not. Although who knows? Maybe the people will have a better shot approaching in another way. P largest. K largest. Wow. Well, teacher just passed. Well, we knew that actually. So addiction is very well. Huh? It might be kind of an underexplored hit zone, so that softer guesses are going to the top in differentials. Because it doesn't have a lot to compete with. The hit zone doesn't have a lot to compete with in its range. So we have 9. I want to fatten the overalls. I think I kind of do just because. Um, I may or may not apply this to doing the extras. Oh, so there we are. I guess it's just at this moment, in this very moment, it helped focus me to fatten the overalls of the most recent batch. 43rd down to rock opera. Copy. Copy, copy, copy. Here's our last chance before I commit. Last chance for new guesses. Last chance for Greyflank to catch his repeat. Okay. Oh, what am I doing there? So at this point we want AA. Column AA is what's going to show us. And I have to print a traditional top 10 because Scarfe made the cutoff. Isn't that a trip? And who has membership in all 3 top 10s? What do we have? They're all different. That's the main thing. Looking at column AK. third, fourth, and sixth. Sid Barrett was one of the first guesses. Well, it was, actually. So if all three followed it, that would mean that Sid Barrett had been 10th before they passed him. He would have been sitting in 10th if it's the first one in the series. In which case I'd have to go down to 13th in differentials. So where are we in guess count? 135. 135 guesses. We did not beat Squishy. We have one last distinction that I can think of towards the end of making this shiny. Or I'd like to tell you that my this guessing game is brought to you by Orange Juice, which I guess means that we could hype the state of Florida and the state of California, even though the specific name of the brand doesn't come to me right away. Sorry about that. Differential. Okay, so the one last thing about this 135, and actually I need to say that we are now at 61 guesses. 61 post Floyd. You know what that means by now. Different scoring system. Ever since I gave him feedback that Pink Floyd was the modifier, I have been attacking the Pink Floyd part. I have transferred the Pink Floyd part from being part of a two-part mystery to being the second hidden parts of their guesses. I'm now dealing with putting as a one part as a singular mystery and treating their guesses as being part whatever they guess and part Pink Floyd. So 74, the key is to add 74, and that's how we get to 135. Okay. The one thing that is still halfway shiny about this figure is that if we beat Ushanka, which I believe is at 146, we can still say that our two fastest solves in the past 25 games occurred back to back. I think that would be kind of interesting. If our two fastest solves from the past 25 games occurred back to back. But at this point, Squishy and forevermore, Squishy is the faster of the two. Even though we were sitting there at about, where was it? I think 86. 85, 86 when it's Graveflank's turn. Or even 87. Might be one way to put it. 85, 86 when it was Graveflank's turn, and he posted the famous line, famous pudding line, as a joke. But it was a mystery. He didn't turn it into he didn't convert this into a guess. He thought of it. He posted it below his guesses. But that's it. So if he followed what he was actually thinking, I think he ended up making guesses of, I don't know how to describe it. I wonder if the search engine, if his actual choices, I don't know. I think they were from his own mind too. He just didn't trust it. The pudding line, it was on his mind, but he didn't trust it. And somehow, all the feedback that's come in since has not caused him to trust it anymore. Then when it first popped into his mind at around 86. Anyways, let's get on with it. We don't actually have a huge luxury of time. So there's 3 in the percentages. 3 make percentages. 1 makes trads. I believe the 4 make differentials. See, all in all would not have been if Sid Barrett is the first in the series, all in all, Scarfe Addiction, the original Sid Barrett. No, Addiction, it follows Addiction. Addiction precedes Sid Barrett. Addiction precedes Sid Barrett. So that only leaves these two to kick it down further. So Sid Barrett would never have been in. So it's 3, 1, and 3. It looks like a 3 exclamation point batch based on this finish. Okay. Okay, so percentage 10. I feel like I ought to have time for all things, and therefore I can indulge this here. There's really quite a range of guesser names, screen names, attached to the top guesses. There's no dominant player. Oh, okay, so now that I've done that, we can actually post the top 10. No one's going to be surprised that Dark Sarcasm and Thought Controller won 2. Scarfe, all in all, the machine. Scarfe, all in all, the machine. I think I'd rather approach it this way. Gerald Scarfe, all in all. Welcome to the machine. Okay, Traditionals gets 1 new member. Seriously surprising. But you saw that all the references to pudding and Scarfe were separated by those ... dots. It's not direct. So there's all the D's. And now I'm in shape to post top 10, copy, Gerald Scarfe. Sid Barrett did not make it, so I don't have to expand on the differentials. I don't have to extend it to a differential 13, provided there are no ties at 10th. Well, it's nice for all in all to make it. There's the figures. Yeah, okay. It's a tie for what? A tie for 6. A tie for 6, but resolves itself once you get to 10th. Huh. Okay. So these Diction, Scarfe, and all in all. When we look at the qualified bests, smallest. Shares? No. That's not really the point. Earliest guess number. So let's find out. Did the weird one make it and the logical all in all not? See what we have. Pink Floyd's in. And as we do this, I'm going to be sticking more and more fingers into the air. Kids at 8,000. Education at 9,000. Brick at 11,000. The odd drugs at 14,000. And now we're going into sign language. It's a good thing I know sign language through the number 10. Sixth is on the list is teacher at 18,000. And let's see, take this as far as we can. 18,000. Is it still the case that there are no qualified bests in this entire range of shares? It's true. Nothing else in this entire range. It's just barely. Okay, so classroom is the 7th at 26,000. All in all is in. Excellent. That's what I was looking for. All in all makes it. Now, does the Freak Show make it in the qualified best? Does Gerald make it? Okay, so we have 35,000 following the eighth one, following Classroom. 35,000. Sarcasm is in, so it threads at 26,000. It threads the known ones. It enters peacefully. Classroom to all in all to Sarcasm. 38,000. Gerald is in. They're both in. Okay. All in all is in with more shares. And at 38, we need to see is that it doesn't, it's another peaceful enter. So not on a higher plane at least. It just closes one of our larger gaps. One of our more bizarre long gaps. Sarcasm now has a bridge to Scarfe. Before it leaps to thought control. And then our Sarcasm out of sight. So it's from Sarcasm. Sarcasm to Scarfe. Which is kind of a tongue twister. Sarcasm to Scarfe. Sarcasm to Scarfe. And all in all to Sarcasm. Oh, so they're on either side of Sarcasm. That's helpful as I try to lock this in my head before I go to that page. All in all to Sarcasm to Scarfe. Okay. Yes, we've got the thing locked. Yes, we do. All in all to Sarcasm to Scarfe. All in all to Sarcasm to Gerald Scarfe. I think it means 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12? 10? Was drugs the 10th? So you don't have enough fingers for that. See, drugs survived the batch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the 26. 7, 8. 9, 10. Yeah, sure, you betcha. 11, 12. All right. It's climbing. A lot of climbing in the qualified best. I have about 9 minutes to do whatever I'm going to do. So here we're dealing with shares. This will sure open up a lot. Bring this column down. And with that one intact, we can bring this down with percentages known. We can bring this down. Positionals known. You can bring this down. With differentials known, we could take all of these across. None of this should represent that long a time period. PZ largest. Somebody's on the list would represent their best. And then all components are known to be able to scroll down for this one. Okay, that wasn't so painful, especially since I've already pre-fattened the overalls. Bring us to a level where you can see the guesses at a glance. Boy, I had a good time scrolling there. Now we're firing up the extras to see if anything in one of the lesser looked at categories can put a higher shine on anything than what others might show up. Drugs has fallen. That's a scoop. Is it? Is it a tie? AY. Drugs is ahead. I mean, excuse me, teacher. Teacher is ahead. So it's a short-lived number one that Jules had. So that is something for the headline. We have a 6th place for addiction. How high does addiction go? Percentages. Wasn't addiction here somewhere? No. Differentials. Well, addiction goes all the way to 3rd in differentials, so no. It's not helpful for us to put addiction in a finer light. Now here we get a 4th of the best worst addiction, but still, again, it's 3rd in differentials. Sid Barrett is in best worst. I don't think Sid Barrett does anything anywhere else. So we should, I'm in the habit of posting best worst, so I think I got to do it. AZ right in there. Okay, no ties. That's the key. Addiction, Sid Barrett are where the 2 holes are. Addiction and Sid Barrett. You have to address the repeat, of course. And I don't have a lot of time to do this, but I guess I'm going for it. I'm still going for it. Okay. BC, just to indulge everybody. Nothing there to talk about. BC largest. I really want to. I got to put a hole right there to make sure that the guesses come up. American groupie, I think that's so no movement. BS, which is for real. As a champ. Oh, really? Really? Addiction is a champ in differential relativity? Really? What is going on there? Well, it was third. It was surprising to be third. Oh my goodness. Addiction has a differential relativity. Holy moly. Well, that's for the fullsies. That's for diffrel. That's for a different post. And so then we try to move right along. To BT. Gerald's got BT. Really? Well, you know, it kind of made sense. I was thinking, who is this close? Oh my goodness. But I only do one at a time. No, he's got it. Gerald's got it. It did feel singular to me. So, Scarfe down. Scarfe. Holy moly. Okay. That's best worse in the percentage differential combination. Yeah, okay. I don't have all in all goes to fourth in this one. All in all doesn't go to fourth in anything, does it? I don't think it does. Holy moly, I gotta go. I gotta go, kids. I gotta go. So what we're gonna do, given that I have to go, we're gonna BS largest. So glad they're different. Copy. This should be just above the best. Best worst 10. Oh, and I don't even have my shoes on. Oh, this is just completely nuts. Gerald Scarfe. And come on, guy. Addiction. Is it a category that we can call? I guess we can if it's being brought up for the first time. Scarf. Scarf down. Because person can scarf out down pudding, but I am in trouble. So I'm at 147 and I'm running. I'm running. And I've got my wrong shoes. Do I give him a full Z? BT. I don't have any time. I don't have to do any time to do this right. First. This is percentage differential best worst. I had my microphone on the wrong side. How will that affect things? How will it affect things that you're hearing my microphone from the wrong side as I do this last little bit? Come on, baby. Copy, copy, copy. Parent thread. And I'm running. I did not think it was going to go this close. Okay, we got to reply. And like this. Percentage. Differential. Best worst. Okay. And I have my crappy shoes? What the hell?